In the midst of ancient Egypt's twilight in the 1st century BC, a young queen took the throne determined to revive the glory and power of the fading kingdom through her legendary intellect, romantic pursuits, and sheer force of will. Her name was Cleopatra VII, and she would become one of the most iconic and controversial rulers in all of antiquity. Born in 69 BC to the Greek Ptolemaic line that had ruled Egypt for nearly 3 centuries since Alexander the Great's death, Cleopatra had to overcome being the daughter of a disgraced, exiled pharaoh. Through cunning political maneuverings and forming alliances with the right power brokers, she was crowned co-ruler by 51 BC at just 18 years old. But Cleopatra was much more than a young, alluring princess ascending a shaky throne. She was a remarkably well-educated polymath for the era who could fluently speak 7 languages, and proved herself an astute negotiator, strategist, and leader from a young age. Her carefully crafted reign took a fateful turn when she became embroiled in the civil war between Julius Caesar and Pompey, sheltering Caesar from his enemies. This kicked off Cleopatra's fabled romance, an alliance with the Roman leader. She seduced him and bore his son, cementing her grip on power. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Cleopatra consolidated her rule over the crumbling Egyptian empire. She took her son's tutor, Mark Antony, as her co-ruler and lover, all while continuing to consolidate territory and wealth. Their storied love affair and military alliance against Octavian ultimately led to one of history's greatest downfalls. When Antony was defeated at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, Cleopatra took her own life by suicide shortly thereafter, reportedly through an asp's poisonous bite. Though she had hoped to install her son as the new pharaoh, Octavian took control of Egypt, making it Rome's prized imperial province in 30 BC. More than just the last Egyptian pharaoh, Cleopatra was a cunning strategist and ambitious figure whose romantic exploits, with history's two most powerful men, allowed her to resist Rome's conquest of her realm for nearly 2 decades. She became Rome's greatest fear, a powerful Eastern queen wielding economic and military might independently. Over 2,000 years later, Cleopatra remains an immortal icon of ancient splendor, desire, and feminine political power. Her mythic story of ill-fated romance, clashing civilizations, and the death of Egypt's indigenous rulers has been endlessly dramatized and debated, while the full truth of her relationships may be forever cloaked. Cleopatra undeniably wielded a majesty and grandeur befitting of the last true pharaoh to rule over the glory that was ancient Egypt before the light of that civilization flamed out forever.